Thank you so much, KP. DiVincenzo a 3 to start the scoring in the third quarter.
Yeah, the helpful thing is after Conley had that awesome first half for him, Dante DiVincenzo 0 for 5, Bones Highland 0 for 2. You got to assume that they're going to start to get back into the game. And so for Dante to hit that first one, maybe those two guys make up the difference in the second half of the score.
Again, Conley hit 4 threes in the first half. The Pistons, as a team, have only hit 5 for the ball game. Turnover Detroit. Dosunmu rims out on a tray. Long rebound, good hustle by Duren. Both big men going after it. Robinson, no hesitation, no good. Followed his own. Spinning and goes glass.
Mike not able to box out on the perimeter, and Duncan knew that he had a chance at it. Went over the top of Rudy to get 2.
Robinson, a part of 6 postseason runs, 2 NBA Finals with the Miami Heat. And a veteran presence to the Pistons as Randall.
Matchup dependent, yes, but I understand what Chris Finch is saying. Julius trying to find some open space could help him get back in a great rhythm.
And he drew the 4th foul of the ball game on Duncan Robinson. This is Jenkins, not enough on him. Jenkins 3 for 8 in the ball game. Thompson over to Green. Green starting in the second half for Tobias Harris, who is out the remainder of the ball game with the left knee contusion. Pistons already without Cade Cunningham. Wolves without Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels. Dosunmu can't hit from the corner.
Still producing some good looks so far, Grady, in the first couple minutes in the third.
Jenkins! Tied at 59, second triple of the ball game for Danis Jenkins.
Got to assume that both Green and Reed maybe make up the difference in the minutes for Tobias Harris in this one, if not Ron Holland. But limited bodies now for JB Bickerstaff.
DiVincenzo, clock winding down. DiVincenzo, no. And Duren the board and will bring it up himself. Duren, a first-time All-Star this season. Going at Gobert, lost it out of bounds.
That's going to be his 5th turnover in the game.
Robinson with those 4 fouls will sit down. Conley, 4 threes already, can't make it 5. Randall saves it to Gobert. Dosunmu penetrating out to Conley deep in the corner, and he stepped out of
Want to swing at it, he wanted to catch it.
Just the 5th turnover for the Timberwolves tonight against this stingy Detroit defense. Jenkins sees the seed. Jenkins' confidence continues to be sky high. Dosunmu looking for Randall, matched up with Thompson. Poke away by Thompson. What was the nickname again? Stop sign?
Stop sign. The NBA's stop sign. Get it done again.
Inside Duren, surrounded by weeds on the floor, so it'll be a side out. Conley picked up his 3rd foul of the ball game. This is Herder working on Conley. Beautiful spin and finish. He's really settled in nicely.
Yeah, I think Herder lost his balance even on that play, but enough to see the rim and float one off the glass, which helps you in that situation.
7-0, Detroit run. Randall driving, pull up, count it, and put him on the line. In the NBA, that's where that bully ball is paying off. But he has not been able to complete either and one opportunity tonight. Pistons remain up by 2. Wolves have missed 5 free throws tonight. Jenkins under the basket, turns around, can't hit. Dosunmu the board, pass up ahead to Randall as to chase it down in the corner. Randall, head fake through contact. That could have been another and one opportunity.
Absolutely, he got hammered that time, but no call, and the ball able to drop through for Randall.
18 points for Julius Randall on 7 of 12 shooting. Jenkins, around a Duren screen, over to Green, firing from distance, swish!
Tough shot by Green, the quick swing. He's able to knock it down.
He was 0 for 4 before that make. DiVincenzo can't answer. Duren with his 10th rebound of the ball game. It's another double-double for Jalen Duren, his 41st of the year. Can't hit the layup that time. Ahead to DiVincenzo, and a bounce pass knocked out of bounds. Since early November. 3rd, Gobert. I don't know if that was an oop attempt or a missed layup, but it's Gobert there with the follow slam. Finishing on Detroit. 3rd best home record in the NBA this season.
It's been a remarkable climb, and I know some of the voices have changed around the Pistons, but the intention has not. As Trajan Langdon has done some great things to try to lead this team forward. They found their pillar in Cade Cunningham. They grabbed Jalen Duren and just building brick by brick here in Detroit. The new building, the new energy, and here they are, the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Who would have thunk it? But they're doing it in a way that this fan base knows oh so well.
How about DiVincenzo?
Well, the things that Trajan did very well is you lose Michael Beasley, you lose Tim Hardaway Jr., and some of that three-point shooting. They go out, they get Duncan Robinson. At this year's trade line, they bring in Herter trying to address as Gobert throws another one down, but addressing their three-point ability to keep the court spread, to give weapons to Cade Cunningham. They've got an interesting roster that, again, will come out on a nightly basis and defend.
Herter, a mid-season acquisition from Chicago, continues to make his presence felt. He's in double figures.
The second time we've talked about either passing or shooting, but the player has done exactly what we're talking about. How about fast break finishing? Okay, I was trying to get ahead of myself.
Little half-court offensive set for the Pistons. Ends in a divide.
A lot of that happened in Chicago. Threes, right. Layups, transition. So Dosunmu has found his ability to get into the mid-range and make floaters acceptable by the staff to take the good. And he's very good at them.
Dosunmu with 8 points. Another long two, and Jalen Duren outside of his range that time.
Outside the paint again with Highland.
Struggled with this shot in the first half. This is Naz Reid. Kept the pivot. Outside to Dosunmu. Dosunmu now, shadowed by Sasser. Shot clock winding down on Reid. Push shot, good.
There's some mismatches out there. 2 times Naz Reid with a smaller player on him. Ended up in that possession, getting that right side box position and scoring.
LeVert over to Duren. Duren muscling inside. And we'll go. Duren 1 for 2 so far at the line tonight. Make it 2 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, NBA TV, Pistons, Sixers. For all these games, go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. And we've got an issue now. We're pushing and shoving. Sasser. Physical bad boy style.
And it feels like that's difficult to do in today's game. Yet somehow they found a way to do it.
They don't shoot a lot of threes, what you see in today's game. What a pass! Blocked by Reid. Janet. See if the energy and action picks up after the offsetting technical. Oh, sky hook! For the Wolves, no Cade Cunningham. For the Pistons in the fourth quarter now underway.
Still impressed with all these possessions, just 7 turnovers on the road for Minnesota against this defense. That's helped them stay in it.
Thompson with the finish. Wolves have also taken advantage of Detroit mistakes. We mentioned on Saturday, they only had 7 points off of 20 Detroit turnovers. Tonight, they have 16 points off Detroit miscues as Reid knocks in another from downtown.
JB upset that Asur did not get him off the three-point line and make him put the ball down.
Holland knocks it back and throws it down.
Not catching the hand on the way down, and Holland takes the brunt of that hit.
The animosity building here at Little Caesars Arena. Reid, that time he's long. Holland being checked out on the Pistons bench. We've had 11 lead changes in this one. Paul Reid. Hand off to Robinson. Robinson rolling to the rack. Missed the lay. And saved by Randall.
Look out.
Shannon. Ball gas. No brakes.
Full speed and just taking off.
Minnesota 85. Detroit 83. Both these teams looking for back-to-back wins. Pistons have won 3 of 4, 7 of their last 9. Jenkins can't go glass. Reid comes out of there with the board, surrounded under the hoop, and it's off his foot.
Shuffle too. Look at the quick inbound.
Well, I don't know that Asar established himself in bounds. Green short on a 3. Conley the board.
There's a lot going on right now, Grady. That was a lot of rush decisions for both teams, and you're right. Maybe Asur Thompson got away with an out-of-bounds violation.
Randall, attack mode. Randall had it poked away by Reid, and an open court foul.
You know, 3 and 4 nights for Detroit they've played, so you know,
Yes.
we'll see. Will they wear down? Is there any wear and tear here?
Robinson, no. And Anderson the board. This is an important game for both teams. Timberwolves trying to chase and get into that 5 spot. As Randall is going to earn bones. The Timberwolves will be facing the Lakers if they're able to catch at least the
San Antonio OKC battle for number 1 is still as hotly contested as anything else for home court advantage all the way through. So teams that thought potentially those teams that locked up positions would rest, that is not happening. So much good basketball to come in the next week, in a couple of days.
Wolves by 4. No team is led by more than 7. That is a beautiful finish from Danis Jenkins. He has 17. Conley on the move. Over to Reed. Naz Reed down the lane. Flips it up. It won't drop. Pistons can tie or take the lead. Robinson. Pocket pass. Ball Reed. Goes glass. Won't go. Naz Reed the board.
A bit frenetic here without the stars on the court to kind of conduct offensive possessions. It's going to come down to some execution and some good decisions to get ahead in this game.
Oh, beautiful feed. Anderson to a cutting Randall.
And that is a good decision. Great drop-off by Kyle and the timing on the cut by Julius Randle.
It's the first assist of the night for Kyle Anderson. There's so many things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Jenkins! Count it! That has been awfully impressive, again, especially in the absence of Cade Cunningham.
Might have all started back in November, too. There was a game in Washington where he hit 2 huge threes late to push a game into overtime, and they ended up winning, and it was like, who is this kid? Well, we know now.
Conley threw it right to Robinson. Duncan Robinson over to Thompson. Thompson spinning, finishing. Detroit on top.
Pretty with the left hand after the spin, just gliding across the lane.
Naz Reed. Reed, no. Pistons momentarily have numbers. Robinson, dump off. Dunn can't hit. Randall pushing the tempo. Randall rifles a pass to Conley. Up top to Anderson. Anderson outside, and he took an extra step.
I don't think he did there, Grady.
Only out-of-bounds calls, goaltends, or fouls are reviewable. Nearly 5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Robinson stopped. Over to Thompson. Now it's Holland now. Oh, inverted beauty. Holland with authority.
Wow. Ron Holland, incredible control with his body. They just took off for that jam.
7-0 run. And Conley can't end it. Pistons on a 7-0 run. They lead Minnesota by 3. Jenkins, 20 points on the night. Looking to add to it. Can't do it. Duran offensive board. And the big
shooting percentage is off the charts for Jalen.
3rd in the NBA in field goal percentage. Solid foul shooter. And good on both. The Detroit lead extends to 5. DeSumo. Forced to give it up. Naz Reed. Put it up, off, rebound Thompson. Jenkins. Over to Robinson, tossed it up. Oh, no. If I raise up, gonna be trouble.
Wow.
11-0 Detroit run. And a
What a dunk that was.
That's the midway mark of the 4th. Minnesota trying to stop this Detroit run. And Randall is fouled.
Not that one, Jared.
Watch the rim.
Have a ton of playoff experience. So, DeSumo, a few games with Chicago Bulls in his rookie season. Danis Jenkins has not played in any playoff game. These elevated moments in 4th quarters and close games, carrying out the assignment and getting the job done, these are important for them.
Jenkins left it short. Duran with the hammer. He has been a problem on the interior. 20 points, 13 rebounds. Largest lead for Detroit. Gobert over to DeSumo. To Randall. Driving. toss out, extra pass, and Anderson.
In the last minute and a half.
Outside look, Holland well off the mark. Offensive board, another look for Holland. That won't go, and Randall the board. Pistons 29-9 at home this season. DeSumo straight to the rack. Wolves 21-15 on the road. 4:30 to go in regulation. 6-point game. Robinson to Durant, stripped by Anderson. Wolves running. Randall over to DeSumo. DeSumo lost it. Not great. Goes to the bench. Thompson in the lane. Turnaround. Jay won't go. Durant couldn't control. March.
Yeah, unbelievable individual performance, but what it's done for the Lakers as Reed misses that three coming out of the timeout is how much trust as a team did the Lakers build during that month. I mean, there are great vibes, and they're as connected as they've been all year long with the playoffs rapidly approaching.
Lock in on that 3 seed.
And one of these teams, a good free throw shooting team, Detroit 26th in the league as a team at 70, and have these opportunities to knock down free throws.
The Timberwolves knocked down 9 3-pointers in the first 2 quarters. Anderson across the timeline, over to DeSumo. Minnesota trying to apply some pressure down the stretch. Randall over to DiVincenzo, tough pass. DiVincenzo on the floor, back to Randall, 5 seconds. Randall, pull up 3, no. Jenkins the board. Robinson for 3, yes!
Tough sequence for Minnesota, nothing out of the out of bounds or the timeout.
And there's a foul on the play. DeSumo. Newcastle, New Hampshire, to Michigan, to Miami, capable 3-point shooter.
And just his ability to help create space for Cade Cunningham as a guy who's a gravity player in this league. Just him being on the court is advantageous for the Detroit Pistons.
2:45 to go in regulation. 9-point advantage for Detroit. Looking for their 30th home win of the season. Jenkins, pull up Jay over Randall is good. And their mouth has carried them throughout this entire season. They have been the top of the East since November 7th. Durant, hounded by Randall, spinning out of trouble. Durant, no good. And here comes Anderson the other way from Minnesota. Naz Reid picks up his dribble. Reid in the corner, takes his time and connects. 2-possession game.
And it took a little while for Naz to get his feet kind of aligned there and get on balance, but a huge three to keep the Timberwolves in this one.
His 4th triple of the night. He has 19 points off the bench. Jenkins. Weaving around traffic. Eyeing Randall. Rises. Yes! How tough was that?
Just awesome from Danis Jenkins. I mean, this is not ho-hum. 24 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. What a game.
DeSumo got the lay. For Detroit. We have a minute to go. Robinson. Back to Jenkins. 24 points tonight for number 24. Jenkins blocked by DeSumo out of bounds with 4.1 on the shot clock. Oh, inbound. Robinson missed the lay. Wolves with an opportunity. DeSumo lost the handle. Durant with the hands. Herter to Durant. No. Rebound, DiVincenzo. Inside. Randall, good position, lays it home. 8-second difference, shot and game clock. 4-point ball game.
Detroit, after the turnover, no business trying to go and score, so.
Durant. Off the mark, Anderson the board, and there's one of Randall. To Anderson. To DiVincenzo for 3. Well off the mark. During the board, there's the foul, and it's 7 on the year, 6th most in the NBA. 5 for 9 at the line. Splits a pair. Pistons by 6. DeSumo trying to make a play. Driving to the rim, lays it home, plus the foul.
Wow. Tomorrow night.
Yes. I hope that Anthony Edwards will be able to play in that one. DeSumo completes a three-point play. Pistons without a timeout. They get it into Jenkins. Wolves need the foul, and there is the foul by Naz Reid. And so Danis Jenkins, who is 4 for 5 at
to him earlier, he said, I'm going to wait it out a little bit. Which is
it worked in his favor, and it's worked in
third in the West. So lots to still be decided.
DeSumo can't hit. And it's in 30 on the season. Again, what's most important for Minnesota is just avoiding the play-in, and they are...
Defense has grown for the Wolves playing without Ant, so signs of some improvement on that end. But yes, eagerly anticipating Ant being back into the lineup.
DeSumo got the lay. And inbound stolen. DiVincenzo